Hi everyone and welcome to the channel. My name is Ryan Abair and this is where I share my insights, and today I'm talking about whatever I need to know, it will come. I learned this from Louise Hay. And in thinking about my own life, I realized she was absolutely right. And whatever you need will come too. Stick around. One of the neatest things about awakening to yourself is realizing you can trust yourself and that whatever you need to know will come to you. And if you don't need to know about it, there's no need to try to figure it out. I learned this about someone who kept lying to me. I figured it out each and every time. Either someone told me this person was lying or something told me. See what I'm saying? Like you get this gut feeling that this is a lie. You can trust that. And usually you'll get a confession or it'll come to you. So lies can hide for just a little bit. And if someone is lying to you, you will sense it. You'll pick up on it. It comes to you. And this particular person has lied to me on a number of occasions. And so I've learned that if I need to figure out the truth always surfaces. It might not be immediate. And so I also realized that if I lie, someone else knows the truth. There is no getting away with a lie. And you realize in spiritual revelation, there's no private thoughts or hidden activities. Everything's kind of exposed. The truth always comes out. And you begin to befriend this transparency about life. And I remember this resonated with me when Louise Hay said, I figure that if I need to know about it, it will come to me. And it comes in many different forms. And so we have this paranoia that I'm going to miss it, that the truth won't come out, or I'm going to miss out on something I need to be a part of. No, if you don't know about it, leave it. If you need to know about it, something will come, and it'll come in the form of an action. Not a premature action, but something you need to do right this minute. That what you are doing is what is needed. And if you're worrying, perhaps maybe that's needed. I don't know. I've said worry is unnecessary. But I don't believe there to be really any unnecessary things in the universe. I think the universe is perfect. Perhaps maybe the course of worry will run itself out. I don't know. But if it is essential to my purpose and to my destiny, I am doing it now. If it's information or an action or a thing I need to do, I'm doing it, or it doesn't need to be done. You begin to trust life like that. That you're not missing anything right now. There's no should. See, should is a conceptual model of reality, and reality is what's happening now. And you begin to trust what's happening now more than this model of what I should be doing. And you're no longer paranoid. And I have reflected on my own life, and I was like, gosh, this person showed up. This opportunity showed up. These resources showed up. These ideas showed up. I thought for a long time about this YouTube channel before I just did it, And when I launched into it, I realized, oh, this feels good. Where it's going, I don't know. Who's watching? I don't know. What are people thinking? I don't know. That's kind of none of my business. If it's my business, it will come to me. I have other people. If you need to be informed, then that's fine. You go get all your information. But I have people in my life that'll tell me what's happening in the world. I don't watch the news. I'm not on social media. So I don't feel like I need to be in the know. What I need to know will come. And you know what? I realized it always has. And it has always been in the perfect, precise timing. So you learn to trust timing. See, if the spirit is quiet, if you're not sure what to do, we distrust that. I don't distrust, there's nothing to do about this particular circumstance, or you might be living in a situation that doesn't seem sustainable. If it's sustainable for the day, that seems good enough for me. So I'm constantly checking in and realizing if I don't need to know about it, then I don't really give it much thought. I ask myself, is there anything I need to do today? Is there anything I need to know? Is there an action? A desire? Sometimes I will get an action item from within, like this. Okay, it's going to be in the form of a desire to do this or to do that or to do that or to do nothing. And I trust that what I'm doing now, what I know now is enough and has come and arrived in the right and precise time, the right amount, everything. I trust everything. It's a complete and total trust that I'm doing what I should be doing. So, you'll come to a point where there is no more should I. Do I do this and do I do that? There's no more wafting. There's a complete trust that what you're doing is precisely what is. And I wouldn't even say that it's needed. It just is. And so living in that trusting state allows you to feel like you're free. You don't need to be Mrs. Kravitz and know everything. We're too obsessed with knowing. And we have ingested too much knowledge, I think. Rather than simplifying and trusting that whatever needs to be done is being done now. So, you're listening to me speak. Guess what? That's what needs to be done. No should. And if you click off the video now, you're just doing the next thing. That's what's to be done. And you just sort of relax in that state of knowing that what you need to know, what you need to have, what you need to do, who you need to be with, whatever action items, you are doing it now. Even if the impulse is to sit on the couch and panic, okay, that's what you're supposed to do then. I trust that the actions of this character called Ryan are the one and only actions that this character is doing, are the only ones that the character can do, could do, should do. There's no difference between could, would, should have. The character is doing. Now, the character is speaking. Really, there is no speaker. In the same way that there is no listener. The universe is doing its thing. Put it that way. It's doing its thing without foreknowledge of what it's going to do. Think about that. You are doing your thing without foreknowledge of what you're going to do. I am speaking without foreknowledge or a script. And I'm trusting that the words are coming out precisely as they are to come out. And I hate to even use the word as they are intended or need to come out. They just are coming out and fulfilling the purpose of the universe. You are fulfilling the purpose of the universe. No matter what you do. Even if you're running away, panicking, worrying, whatever the case may be. The purpose of the universe cannot not be done. Even in the individual who thinks they should have, could have, would have, all this stuff. So, there's a freedom. Some of it comes with just sort of, okay, I'm done with ingesting all of this information. I don't want any more information. We are information overloaded. It's time to tap into a different kind of wisdom. The wisdom deep within that it's okay and it's working and it's doing its thing. And you are that which is doing its thing. Even in the realization of who you are. I've heard Alan Watts and others say you are the universe, realizing what the universe is doing, or you are the universe seeing itself, you are realizing yourself, whatever the case may be. You can't stop, start. It's just doing it. And there's a vanishing act. The individual kind of, you realize this, oh, okay, I understand the individual. That little sliver of difference called me. Very insignificant, almost totally insignificant. But just enough to keep the illusion going. So today I want you to know that this is what you needed to know. This is what you needed to hear. You're doing what the universe is doing in a place called here and now, and that's about all we can really know. It's a simple kind of childlike knowledge. You are doing what the universe is doing in a place called here, in a time called now. And it all comes to you. That's what it feels like. It feels like you're just an empty vessel through which all of this comes. And you just begin to trust all of it. Even what feels like lack of control or no control, that's what frees you. That's what gives you a chance to see the superficialities of form and worry. But even that can't be considered unnecessary. If the universe is perfect, everything is perfect, you're perfect, I'm perfect, these words are perfect, this moment is perfect, and you learn to trust in that perfection. Death is perfect too. All of it is perfect. A lot of people take issue with that. They see the imperfection in the universe and they try, I'm going to fix it, I'm going to fix it, I'm going to fix it. In the same way they're going to try to fix the imperfection in a tree. Or the so-called imperfection in the sky. All these clouds looks all scattered about. They're not perfect. What we call perfection is perfectly intertwined with something called imperfection in an aesthetic expression of love. That's a lot to digest, I know. But trust that you'll do it. You are doing it. Or better yet, trust that you are being done. The universe is being done through you. Isn't that fabulous? In many ways, you're off the hook. You're on a need-to-know basis. The actions you're taking are the actions you need to take, even if it's an inaction. The knowledge you're taking in is the knowledge you need to be taking in. And I hate to use the word need, but it's a more comforting thing than any other kind of language. The isness of now. The completeness of now. The unstoppability of now. Trust in it. Because you are it. You can trust that which you are. That can be very eye-opening for you. And you'll realize, gosh, everything I thought I needed, everything I felt was missing, or everything I saw as a problem, it solved itself. It provided for itself. It timed itself. It did itself. All without the likes of me. In a manner of speaking. Because self and other do depend on each other. And I can get into that a bit later. But I want you to reflect on Louise Hay's words. Everything I need to know comes to me. Nothing's being kept from you. Put it that way. That's freeing. My name is Ryan Hebert. I hope you enjoyed these insights. And I thank you for joining me. And I highly encourage you to check out my blog, mymorningmotivator.com. I'll see you next time.